You came to the house.
I came to the house, but before that, I had put in heavy pitching for Olivia. I wanted this girl bad in Grease because I had done the show on Broadway and on a national tour. So I said the perfect Sandy, the ultimate Sandy, would be Olivia Newton-John.
Grease was not just an American musical comedy. It was regarded as one of the best musicals in 1978. However, what many do not know are the weird facts behind the scenes. Get ready as we explore 20 of them. These revelations might shock you. Body number 20, Olivia Newton-John was 29 and unsure she could play a teen. As hilarious and unbelievable as it may sound, at the beginning of the filming, Olivia Newton-John never wanted to take the role and act in the movie. The movie, which ended up becoming a major career breakthrough for her, was once detested. Let's find out her reasons. According to Olivia, before the filming of Grease, she was skeptical. The producers were uncertain about the movie's potential success. Also, Olivia was concerned about her age. When she was approached to play the role of a teenager, she was in her late 20s, and she doubted whether she would play the role. According to Marie Claire, Olivia requested a screen test to make sure that she could pass as someone so young. When she saw how she looked, she decided to go for it. Also, during the time she was approached for the movie, her music career was going well, and she didn't want to risk it by taking a role in a movie that she did not know would be successful. While in an interview with Vanity Fair, she told Marie Claire, "I was very anxious about making another film because my music career was going well, and I did not want to mess it up by doing another movie that wasn't good." Also, while Olivia was contemplating taking the role, Travolta was relentless. He was not ready to take a no for an answer. He said, "There was only one person on this planet who could be Sandy, and I was hell-bent on getting her in the movie." Number 19. Travolta campaigned to play Danny Zuka after Saturday Night Fever. Can you believe that John Travolta was not originally the male lead? What? Oh yes, he wasn't, but he ended up playing the role after Saturday Night Fever. Let's see how it all happened. At the beginning, way before filming started, Travolta was given a supporting role in the show's touring production. He was meant to play the role of Duty, one of Rydell High's resident leather jacket-wearing greasers who followed Danny's every command. When he was given the role, he was not so happy with it. From the moment he saw the script, Travolta had eyes on another role. During an interview in 2019, Travolta shared that for him, Danny was the role he wanted. Also, he admitted to having a premonition, or at least the hope, that he might be the one singing Greased Lightning. He said, "I had the thought, one day, when they do the movie, maybe I will get to play Danny." Fast forward to 1976, and Grease was ready to go before the cameras with Henry Winkler leading the T-Birds. Though Winkler was chosen for the male role, he rejected the role. What? Don't be surprised. He rejected the role out of fear of being typecast. During this period, Travolta had a 3-movie deal with Grease producer Robert Stigwood. Robert had also cast him in Saturday Night Fever. After Winkler bailed, Travolta was eager and waiting in the wings. Later, Winkler revealed that he regretted the choice. He told Newsweek in 2021, "I went home and had an orange juice." John Travolta said yes to the role. He went home and bought a plane. For Travolta, who had waited for the role, winning the role of Danny was a dream come true. He had done all the prep work before turning up on the set of the film. He shared, "I knew that character like the back of my hand. I knew what worked, and I knew what didn't work. I knew what was funny, and I knew what wasn't funny. I knew what was cool looking in the movie. I knew how to comb my hair, how to pose, and how to be cool, because all I could do as the other character, Duty, was watch the coolest character, which was Danny, for over a year." Number 18. The cast was hilariously older than real high schoolers. Despite being a high school musical, hilariously the cast was way older. For instance, Travolta was 23 when he took on the role of Danny, and this was welcomed with lots of criticism. Actor Michael Tucci, who played Sonny Lettieri, believed that he was too old for the role, as he had entered his 30s before production on the film had started. Not just Travolta, but every other actor was criticized. However, amid the criticism, the Grease director spoke up. In a new oral history of the musical, casting director Joel Thurm pointed out that Grease is not a documentary in response to the criticism that none of the film's cast members were actual teenagers at the time of filming. He added, "People might say the cast is too old, but Grease is not a documentary. It's a fantasy. It is a non-PC fairy tale that is better for the cast not being teens." The only important thing was that the cast all looked about the same age as each other, which they did. When asked if the movie will be a success, Thurm said, "The critics didn't matter since they forgot that audiences go to movies to have fun. The timing was right as we were having a 50s revival with Happy Days on TV, and the music put the album on the charts for a decade." Number 17. Henry Winkler turned down the role of Danny and regretted it. You might have heard that Henry Winkler was the first person considered for the role of Danny, but he rejected it. However, what many did not know is that after rejecting the role, Winkler regretted his actions. Let's hear from him. In an interview with People, Winkler shared his regrets after saying no to a role that could have transformed his career. He said, "I was dumb. I spent so much energy, so much time. I spent so many sleepless nights thinking, how do I not get typecast?" His fears and inability to face them affected him for a long time. During the interview, Winkler said to other actors facing the same situation, "You go with the flow. What you do is you prepare to reinvent yourself. You do something completely different and then come back to the center." After missing out on Grease, he found it hard to get another great role. Later, in 1984, he got the breakthrough he needed in Happy Days. During his time with People, Winkler shared more about his personal life, which is hidden from many. Before we go to the next facts about Grease, should we hear his story a bit? Let's go. For Winkler, acting meant he had to fight a lot of fears. He shared, "I spent most of my adult life being frightened, on the outside looking like I had it together and mostly being anxious. The biggest lesson I now believe looking back is not only must you be tenacious, not only must you be grateful, but you also have to be flexible." He continued, "You have to take a leap of faith. You have to jump off the precipice and just trust you're going to fly. Because there were so many years I was not hired as an actor. I have a family, I have a house, what am I going to do? And then somebody suggested I become a producer. I start off saying, I can't do it, I'm dyslexic, I have no idea what the business is, I can't do it. And then finally you say, oh, just shut up and try." He added, "So, I think shut up and try might be the most important lesson that I could pass on to somebody." Now, that's a whole lot of secrets revealed. Number 16. The T-Birds weren't always called the T-Birds. The popular T-Birds were not known as the T-Birds in the beginning. At first, they were known as the Burger Palace Boys. However, when the movie started, there was a need to have a cool name that their audience could remember, and this led to the name T-Birds. The T-Birds are a gang of greasers who attend Rydell High School. In the first film, they consist of Danny Zuko, Kinnicky, Duty, Sonny, and Petsy. Later in the sequel, the musical group changed. Johnny Nogarelli, Louis DeMucci, Goose McKenzie, Davy Jaworski, and later Michael Carrington. Number 15. Greased Lightning originally belonged to Kinnicky. Before Danny got the Greased Lightning, it was Kennicky's. Greased Lightning was an old, battered car purchased by Kinnicky. He remodeled the car into a street racing car. He did this so it could fit the name of the song. In the song, the T-Birds imagine it to be a flashier dream car while giving it a tune-up. Let's hear the full details. Before the car became Greased Lightning, it was originally a dilapidated white 1948 Ford Deluxe convertible. For the car, its windshield was cracked and held together with tape. Also, the right headlight was out, and the tires were mismatched without hubcaps. The car was also in need of a new coat of paint. The car was clearly in the worst state. However, after some work was done, it was ready for the race at Thunder Road. The windshield, headlights, and bumpers were all replaced. Also, a new antenna was added, and the tires were all matching white walls with new chrome hubcaps. The car was given a new coat of white paint with added silver lightning bolts outlined in red. After the race, the side of the car was torn by the blades on the hubcaps of Leo's car, Hell's Chariot. This messed the car up. To make matters worse, murky water was splashed on it, making it all dirty. However, there were reports that it remained intact longer than when Kinnicky bought it. Although unseen in the movie, the damage to the side was easily repaired. Later, a fantasy version of the car was made. It was a 1948 Ford convertible in candy red finish with white lightning bolts. The car also has a transparent plexiglass hood, with added fenders in the back and matching Firestone tires with matching hubcaps. Danny later won this version of the car in a raffle at the school's graduation carnival, which he and Sandy departed in. Number 14. Jeff Conaway suffered injuries during intense dance steps. One of the actors on Grease died tragically in 2011. After his death, there were many speculations that his death may be linked to his injury while filming Grease. Before we find out if there is any truth in this, let's explore the on-set accident. Jeff Conaway, who was a supporting actor in the movie, played his role with great enthusiasm. However, beneath his enthusiastic appearance was pain and intense injuries. While dancing on the top of the car during the dance scenes for the song Grease Lightning, he fell and injured his back. The injury was severe, and it made him take opioids to help with the pain. Gradually, he got addicted, and this affected him. Throughout his life, he could not break free from the addiction. This led him to get involved with other drugs as well. Later, these drugs led to his death, though doctors claim the substances caused his death. According to doctors' reports, his addiction hindered him from recognizing that he was sick with pneumonia. However, CNN ruled his death accidental. Number 13. Olivia's skin-tight pants ripped and she was sewn into them. One of Olivia's costumes while filming Grease was a leather jacket, an off-the-shoulder top, and black spandex pants. It was a simple outfit, however. The outfit left a lasting impression in pop culture because of Olivia Newton-John. While many people loved and adored the cloth, what many people do not know is that the outfit has a legendary story behind it, and Olivia revealed this in her 2019 memoir, Don't Stop Believin'. While preparing for the outfit, Grease costume designer Albert Walski wanted it to stay as accurate to the 1950s as possible. So Albert found a body-hugging, high-waist, skin-tight, black sharkskin pants for Sandy's most important scene. However, the universe was against him. They were so old, and there was just one pair, so there was no room for error. One rip and disaster, Olivia shared in her memoir. She continued, "When I tried on those pants for the first time, the zipper was broken, and Albert didn't want to rip them trying to put in a new one or remove the old one. Instead, I'd be sewn into them each morning." Olivia's ability to act in such a difficult situation made her earn the respect of everyone on set that day. Later, in 2019, Olivia put the costume up for auction, along with several other memorabilia pieces at Julian Auction's Idols and Icons event. All of the proceeds were donated to the Olivia Newton-John Cancer Research Institute. Olivia created the institute out of love and passion to help others who are battling cancer like her. She was diagnosed with breast cancer 3 times before her death. After putting the pants up for sale, someone bought them. However, the buyer remained anonymous until Spanx founder Sarah Blakely revealed that she was the anonymous buyer. She shared this during an episode of CBS's This Morning. She bought the pants for $162,000. Number 12. Stockard Channing dyed and damaged her hair for Rizzo. Many times actors go the extra mile just to meet the demands of their roles. For Stockard, if playing Rizzo meant dyeing her hair, that was what she was going to do, and she did that. Why? Later, in the years to come, Stockard revealed that she needed the gig enormously when the role came along, and she was ready to do everything to secure the role. However, with the role came great opposition. At first, it was not welcomed or accepted by others. Stockard further shared that at first, she was surprised that Grease later became famous. While sharing her experiences, Stockard made sure everyone knew that she gave the role her all. And yeah, she was proud of that after seeing Grease make great headlines. Number 11. Summer Nights was shot at a real high school with real high students. Though it may sound surprising, Summer Nights was filmed in a real school. The exterior rydal scenes were shot at Venice High School in Venice, California, during the summer of 1977. Not only was it filmed in a real school, but with real high school students who were excited and thrilled by the musical. The first shot of the school captures the anxious excitement of kids on the first day, piling out of their cars and crossing the lawn. It was all natural. When they filmed the white plaster statue of the actress Myrna Loy, everything felt so real. We planted these rose bushes around her to keep rival kids from coming over and painting her their school colors, says Grant Francis, president of the Alumni Association, as he shows me the lithe figure now cast in bronze. That was a tradition. During the time of the filming, Francis taught woodshop and technical theater at the high school. For instance, he and his students installed the Rydell High School sign that covered up the Venice High School sign above the front doors. Francis's influence in the school made it easy while filming. Also, as soon as the lunch bell rang and the chattering students fled out, it made the musical look like a real high school setting. Students were seen chattering, carrying skateboards and band instruments. The pink-bowed cheerleaders carried blue tinsel pom-poms, and their miniskirts were shorter than the cheer squad uniform Newton-John Sandy wore at the Rydell pep rally. Number 10. Jeff Conaway had a crush on Olivia Newton-John and married her sister, Olivia. Newton-John was not just a great actress on set, she was loved by many. While on the set, many of the male actors couldn't get their minds off her beauty. On her long list of admirers was Jeff Conaway. According to the Morning Call, Jeff had a huge crush on Olivia. However, he couldn't work up the nerve to ask her out. He watched from afar and admired her. The crush continued until he met Olivia's sister, Rona Newton-John. After one encounter with Rona, Jeff couldn't get his eyes off her. The two met at a party during production. While sharing his love story with people, Jeff said, "I looked across the living room and saw this terrific-looking lady talking to Olivia. I decided to go over and take charge before the pack of wolves descended." With his charisma and charm, he approached Rona. Rona, who was admiring him from afar, did not hesitate to say yes to the handsome actor in front of her. After a few dates together, Jeff was convinced that she was his wife. He proposed marriage, and the two of them got married. Unfortunately, their marriage did not last. 5 years later, they got divorced. Despite their divorce, Jeff still maintained a good relationship with Olivia. When his tragic death was announced in 2011, Olivia shared, "Jeff had a good heart and was so very talented. He was a big part of our family for many years, and he will be missed." Number 9. Sid Caesar improvised many of Coach Calhoun's lines. Sid Caesar had a reputation for improvising other people's lines in his works. In the 1950s, his live television sketch shows like Your Show of Shows and Caesar's Hour revealed his ability to improvise. While he worked with writers who provided great dialogue and scenarios, Sid often improvised and made final decisions on the lines. At times, he changed jokes multiple times during rehearsals or even live performances. Regarding his role as Coach Calhoun in Grease, there are speculations that Sid may have improvised many of Coach Calhoun's lines. Although there is no direct source to prove this, Sid's reputation for improvising lines makes it possible. Number 8. Olivia struggled to act bad Sandys, but she nailed it. For Olivia, acting as the good Sandy was an easy task. It was a natural one for her. However, the tables turned, and she had to act as bad Sandy in the movie. At first, she found it hard to play the role, but she got used to it. After the movie, she had an interview with Fox News. During the interview, she was asked what playing bad Sandy did to her. She responded, "It was so much fun. I was playing Sandy for quite a while on set, and I got to know her as this sweet little girl in a poodle skirt. But then when I got to try on that bad girl look for shooting, I didn't know what to expect. I just had my hair and makeup done." She continued, "I walked on set wearing the costume while John Travolta was in the middle of filming a song. The reaction I got was so unexpected. First of all, the cast didn't know who I was. And then I got all of this attention from the guys. I just thought, oh my goodness, is this what it takes?" It was an aha moment, a humorous one. I was playing a character, but it was a lot of fun for me. Number 7. You Are the One That I Want was written for the film. Another fun fact about Grease is that the song You Are the One That I Want was written specially for the film. Travolta and Olivia performed it in the film. The song was written and produced by John Farrar and released in 1978 by RSO Records as the second single from Grease, the original soundtrack from the motion picture. While writing the song, Farrar may never have thought that the song would make him popular. According to the music charts, the song is one of the best-selling singles in history to date. Also, more than 4 million copies of the song have been sold in the United States and the United Kingdom alone. and this led to an estimate of more than 15 million copies sold overall. Randall Kleiser, the film's director, was not fond of this song because he felt that it did not mesh well with the rest of the Warren Casey and Jim Jacobs score and the 50s style musically or lyrically. Also, Record World called it a frantic, up-tempo duet between the two stars that is bound to leave listeners breathless. Number 6. The Thunder Road Drag Race was filmed in the LA River. Thunder Road was a popular place for the locals to drag race. Police knew this and occasionally staked the location out, nabbing the illegal racers. In the movie, Kenickie and Leo Balmudo were to face off in Race for Pinks. Unfortunately, due to an accident caused by Pursue, Kenickie got injured in the head and was knocked out. He couldn't participate in the race anymore, and Danny Zuko had to take over. Danny Zuko easily won, though the passenger side door of Greased Lightning got pretty sliced up, all thanks to Leo's Hell's Chariot. To make the film more realistic, the crew went the extra mile and filmed it at the Los Angeles River Basin. It was between the 1st and 4th Street bridges, downtown Los Angeles, California, USA. It wasn't an easy one for the actors because the water on the ground was stagnant and dangerous. Some cast members fell ill during filming due to the setting's dirt and rubbish. Well, the price they had to pay for fame. Number 5. Lorenzo Lamas hated bleaching his hair for Tom Chisholm. Just like Stockard, Lorenzo had to make great sacrifices for his role in Grease. During the filming of the movie, more hands were needed, and Card decided to enlist Lorenzo Lamas, the 19-year-old son of Fernando Lamas and Arlene Dahl. However, he was given a condition. They told me they had to dye my hair a lighter color because I was 6'2" and bulky, and they did not want me to look like a T-bird. So they sent me to Rodeo Drive to dye my hair blonde. I would have dyed it purple to be in that movie. How hilarious. Little did he know that he would end up dyeing his hair in some other films as well. Number 4. Travolta's sister had a cameo and sang on the soundtrack. During the filming of Grease, Ellen Travolta was also on set. While many people were focused on John's performances, Ellen made a cameo appearance, and no one was aware. She played the role of one of the waitresses in the Frosty Palace diner who watches the televised Rydell High dance. In the movie, she was the dark-haired waitress who said, "Oh, there are Danny and Sandy." During an interview with the spokesman, Ellen revealed that she appeared in the film by chance. According to her, she was on the Paramount lot at the time of shooting the film, filming a role in another sitcom. After that, she decided to visit the Grease set, where her brother was also filming. Number 3. Hopelessly Devoted to You was filmed after production wrapped. One fun fact about Grease is that Hopelessly Devoted to You was not filmed during production, as many thought, but after the production. Why? Let's find out. Halfway through shooting Grease, Olivia's contractually entitled vocal solo had not yet been written. For this reason, John Farrar wrote the song and submitted it to the film's production team. After they saw it, they were reluctant and delayed a bit. Later, they approved it. However, while delaying, the shooting of the film was done. For this reason, they had to record the song after completing the whole film. In June 2004, John shared his experience while writing the song. He said, "I spent the longest period writing the lyrics of any song I've ever written. Every thesaurus and every rhyming dictionary I had, just trying to make it work properly." Number 2. The carnival finale was a real scramble under intense heat. The carnival finale in the movie was as intense behind the scenes as it looked on camera. Though the scene was one of their best moments ever, it was also a tough one. Let's hear from some of the actors. Ward shared, "The carnival ride operators were willing to let us ride in between takes and when they were setting up shots. So I talked to Barry Pearl, who played Duty and Michael, into going on the octopus. And 10 seconds into that, Michael started screaming, 'Let me off, let me off. I'm gonna throw up, I'm gonna throw up.' And I said, 'Don't let him off. We can keep this going.' I thought he was kidding, but he did not like that at all. I, on the other hand, could have stayed on it all day. What a funny experience." Barry Pearl also added more details. "The three of us are sitting in this one compartment, and it spins, and it's not that I get sick to my stomach. I just don't like that whipping around. And I'm yelling and screaming to the operator, 'Turn it off!' He thinks I'm having a good time. I can't remember if Michael wanted off too because I was too busy yelling at the operator to stop. Number 1. The pink clouds in the finale were dyed and made of cotton. When you watch the Grease finale and you see the pink clouds, they were not camera tricks. They were real pink cloud dyes and pinned cotton by the production team. One of the reasons Grease stands out and is still watched 40 years after its production is the efforts put into every scene and every move. The pink clouds made the scene look more colorful and bright, making it blend perfectly well with the theme song and the dance moves. What do you think about the Grease movie? Do you believe it is worth the accolades? Which of these weird facts made you laugh? Leave your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Before you go, watch the other videos displayed on your screen.